Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bright Minds, an e-learning platform, and today we are starting a new chapter from the NCERT book of science, exploring magnets. So earlier the sailors, they used some devices that were called as magnetic compass for finding the directions or to travel from one country to another. Earlier they didn't have this Google Maps, so they were using the magnetic compasses to know the directions or which way to sail. So nowadays in general we are seeing the magnets nowadays. Where do you find? In some pencil boxes, in a purse, in duster with a magnet. Duster also comes with a magnet. So we are curious what is about to know about the magnets. So these are some pictures you are familiar with in some pencil boxes. Because are you curious to know that how this flap gets closed suddenly? So because of these, here you can see the magnet. So here it is a magnet which is placed in the pencil boxes. So these are some types of different shapes of the magnets. Or you can also see in these ladies' purse here, this is also a magnet part. So lodestones is a naturally occurring magnet which were used by the sailor in the olden days. So this is a lodestone. It was used by the sailors in the olden days to know the directions. Okay. So what are magnets made of? Nowadays we have the artificial magnets. And what are these? So now have the artificial magnets. These are not naturally occurring magnets. These are artificial magnets, and these are made up of iron, nickel and cobalt. So these three metals, now they make the magnets. So these are also called as artificial, or you can say as a man-made magnet. So which is made from the pieces of iron or nickel. Okay? Nowadays the magnets that we get are actually artificial magnets. So nowadays we are not getting that lodestones which was a naturally occurring magnet. Nowadays we are making it. So that is a artificial or a man-made, which is used in some pencil boxes we have seen in the picture, or toys, or some stickers also. So now we are also getting magnets in different shapes. So what are the different shapes of the magnet you are getting? Like we have a horseshoe magnet, or a U-shaped magnet, bar magnet in form of cylinder, or in a needle magnet. This is oval shaped, rod shaped, ring or circular. So these are some different types of magnets nowadays that we can get. So do magnets stick to objects made up of certain materials only? So have you noticed that it is attracting only certain type of materials towards it? Not every material is attracted towards it. So which type of material stuck to the magnet? So we have to know that which type of material is actually being attracted or is stuck to that magnet. So we have now, based on this, we have two types of material, either magnetic or we have a non-magnetic materials. What are the magnetic materials? From the name it is clear, which are attracted towards a magnet. So those materials which are attached to the, or they stuck to the magnet, they are called magnetic materials, like we have done in the earlier picture, iron, nickel or cobalt. So they actually, from them only we are making the artificial magnets or man-made magnets. So these are the metal, iron, nickel and cobalt. They are attracted towards a magnet. Some combinations of these metals with others also make them magnetic. So with some combinations with other metals, they are also magnetic. So we can see magnetic materials are like steel, cobalt, iron, nickel and neodymium. So these are some of the materials which are magnetic. That means they are attracted towards a magnet. So the materials, now coming to the non-magnetic. The non-magnetic are those materials that are not attracted towards a magnet. So it is not attracted, or they don't stuck to a magnet. Like we have non-magnetic substances, we have gold, silver, copper, brass and mercury. So you need to remember these metals, that these are the things which are non-magnetic substances. They are not getting attracted towards a magnet, or they don't stuck to a magnet. So we have gold, we have brass, copper, silver and mercury. So these are some of the examples of the magnetic material that we use in our daily life. They're like some of the iron nails you must have seen at your home, or steel spoon is very common in our kitchen, cobalt coin, or this steel paper clip and this nickel knife. So these are some of the common materials we see in our daily life which are actually magnetic. So spoon or nail or any knife or steel paper clip and the cobalt coin. So these are the different of magnetic and non-magnetic, we have done this. In non-magnetic, we have copper, brass, lead and aluminium are also non-magnetic. That means you can see from the picture, they are not attracted towards the magnet. They don't stuck to it. Aluminium and lead is also another example. Now we have to understand that do all parts of the magnet are attracting the substances towards it, or it's only a certain part of it which is attracting the material. So we have to understand this, that do all parts of the magnet attract the magnetic materials equally. So let's understand this with the help of an experiment. Now we will see experiment. So this is from the NCERT book. We are spreading, it is advised you, we are doing in a form of an activity. Let us see that the poles of the magnet. So we are trying to see about the poles of the magnet also. So spread some iron fillings. What we have to do, we have to spread small iron pieces on a sheet of paper, and then we have to put a bar magnet over them, tap the paper, and then look what happens. So what will happen, we have to do this is clear that on a sheet of paper, first we have to fill some iron pieces. Why we are filling the iron sheet of paper with iron pieces? Because these are magnetic material, they will be attracted towards the magnet. Then we have to put a bar magnet over them, and then we have to tap the paper and look what happens. So what will happen, you will see this is a look-alike arrangement of the iron fillings on the paper. That means, can you see that maximum iron fillings are stick to the ends of the bar magnet? So these are the two ends, and maximum iron fillings we are seeing on the ends, and very few they are sticking on the remaining parts. On the center part, very few are coming, but mostly they are on the ends. So these ends are called the poles. Now we have to know the poles of the magnet. So these two ends of the magnet are called the actually poles of the magnet. That means that most of the iron fillings are coming and sticking to the poles of the magnet. So here it is clear that most of the iron fillings are sticking on the both of the ends. So these are called the poles of the magnet. So now we had the poles of the magnet. So can we find, now the question arises that can we find any magnet with a single pole, that only one pole exists in that? So the answer is no. So it is not possible for a magnet to have a single pole. So here this answer is no, because we cannot find any magnet with a single pole. So even if you try to break a magnet into very small pieces, then also it will have the two poles in it. So poles always exist in pairs. A single north or a single south pole cannot exist in any magnet, irrespective of its size. So coming up in the next video, we will study about the other features of magnets in the form of some experiments from the NCERT book for class 6. In case of any query, you can write me in the comment section. Thank you.